Hi, I'm Aidon, and I will be playing Kult, the Metis Philodox Silverfang.
Hi, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I will be playing Penthesilea, the Black Fury Lupus Bearge.
Hello, I'm Grizz, and I'll be playing Ramsey, the Stargazer Hamid Harun.
Hi, I'm Solomon, and I will be playing as the Glasswalker Hamid Ragabash Thomas.
And I am Legacy. I will be your human storyteller for the evening.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, sus.
Guys, you're ruining my street cred, please.
I saw her vent.
Anyway, before we get off track, 2 seconds into the game, where we last left off, you all had finished the combat against the Black Spiral Dancers to save the mage that you discovered the name was Adam, that he wanted you to call him. Adam being a quite literal druid, controlling the forces of nature and maybe feeling a little bit at home with someone. You all make your way back to find a good campsite to rest for the evening. Some of you opting to have conversations with Adam. Some of you opting to do a little bit more research into potential areas that you can spy on the location that was given to you. Some of you doing a favor and helping Adam make his bombastic fruits. And some of you having heart-to-hearts with one another, teaching and uplifting one another to grow into what they are. We are going to kick it to while Kult and Penthesilea were out having their conversation and taking their walk. We're going to kick it to Thomas and Ramsey, who are alone at the campsite.
Alright. Ramsey's making the deer stew that he started a few hours ago.
Thomas is likely keeping an eye on the various feeds he was able to tap into from the local Pentex compound. Just seeing what he can see, figuring out if there's any particular things that he can exploit, be it seeing who patrol routes for the guards, or seeing where certain people might be, or any particular keypads or card readers that he would have to get through when they get inside, if they don't just bust their way inside.
Okay. You two haven't really ever been left alone together for a long period of time. And it seems as though Pen and Kult have been gone for a couple hours at this point. Adam is off inside of one of the various tents. You can smell that he's working on something. Whatever it is sweet. It tastes like fresh nectarine, just growing off of the tree, and with a small hint of pine lingering in the background. That smell is competing with the deer stew that Ramsey is currently making. But yeah, it is just the two of you. Is there anything in particular that you two wish to talk about?
I think a while goes by before just kind of off cuff, without really any preamble. Can you try this and see if I have too many tomatoes?
Yeah, sure. I'm just looking at these guards just sit around and shoot the shit, and he just will get up from the computer that he's basically jury-rigged into life for as brief as it will, and will head on over to go and try out these stew. Where'd you learn to cook like this, by the way?
Wars are lost and won on empty stomachs. Can't really fight the worm when we're half dead and dragging our asses through the brush.
True enough. I had the same sort of thing back when I was in service. Don't mess with the cookies.
I wasn't really in any... I wasn't in the service necessarily. It's just the pack that raised me and my brother were always out in the wilderness hunting down the worm and the dancers. I was usually relegated to cooking most nights because the older ones of us couldn't be bothered a lot of the time, depending. Real hard-ass motherfuckers. You think?
Yeah, that was my CO back when I was, well, across the pond. I didn't get into dancer hunting until, well, after I awakened, after seeing two of them just rip my buddies apart. They smelled enough of Gaia on me, so they decided that best to just tear everything apart until they get to the right one.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah.
No, he taps it against the pot, and you see him like reaching into the bottom of his bag for a few more seasonings. They took my brother. We were in they somehow it was pouring rain. It was in the Black Forest. We thought we had to jump on them, considering how loud it was. And the wind was blowing the other way, but the consensus coming. So they called more in and just waited around a basin for us, and they slowly made their way around and surrounded us, and we had to retreat. They dragged him away screaming.
Do you know if he's still alive, or?
He's alive.
I'm especially sorry.
Well, that's why I do this. It's a vital mercy kind of thing. Because I'm gonna kill him.
I get that.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
No, yeah, I get it. One of my buddies, when the dancers were gone, because the old motherfucker in my unit actually smelled more of Gaia than I did, for a reason. I woke up after what happened and saw one of my buddies. He was missing his lower half, but he was still gasping. So, yeah, there wasn't anything I could do. There wasn't anything the medics could have done. So.
Here's a question for you.
Shoot.
I always try to ask this of whoever I'm running with, but do you think we can actually kill it?
The worm? It's a good question. I'm no Theurge, but honestly, I think killing it's the wrong approach. They all used to get along, didn't they?
I never took touch stock on those stories. No offense to the elders and everything, but
Oh, hey, I get it. I mean, it was hard enough for me to realize that in some manner there is a higher power. I was not keen on switching up that line of thinking.
It's not out of. He might get angry at himself for a change. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty refreshing. I think it's there. It's just I trust in things I can see. Feel. So I go into the other side. It's kind of always been a struggle for me. I don't feel like I have any way to protect everyone else when I'm over there.
I get that. Well, that's what we have Pen for. Theurges are kind of meant to be the Auruns of that side, ain't they? It's just figuring out where you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to be doing what you're meant for.
Where I'm supposed to be is always in front of y'all.
On this side, yeah. Gauntlet's a whole other thing.
Every side.
Then I would suggest that you learn a little bit more from Pen.
Yeah, like grumble to himself and like he gets up and I'm gonna get more wood.
Yep.
Brushes himself off and oh, was that too much tomatoes?
Oh no, the tomatoes are fine.
Okay.
Ramsey.
Yes. You in character, I'm so sorry. Grunting at people.
I want you to make me an unspent willpower check.
That's just roll on my willpower dice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me know what you got.
Difficulty?
Standard.
So 6.
Okay.
That's a botch.
Yikes.
Oh.
That's real bad.
We are off to an excellent start.
Yep.
That's really not good, y'all.
Okay.
That's real bad.
That is going to be okay. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Not what I was hoping for, but
He
We're
has
gonna
so
No,
much
I suspect
willpower.
it was not what Grizz was hoping for either.
Okay.
He's good at two things: being angry and willful. I failed at one of them.
who knows? Maybe you'll be good at the other. As you are going to get wood, you have a connection with your ancestors that is unlike any other. That you go to them for guidance. You go to them to get your questions answered, and typically they're pretty good at responding. As you are going out and collecting branches, whatever it may be that you might need for the fire, you think out of the corner of your eye you see a figure. Tall, dark, almost like a shadow. You turn around, and that figure is gone out of that corner and rests on the opposite edge, just out of the corner of your other eye. You turn, and it's not there anymore. Suddenly, it whips by you and darts to the tree line. and you don't know what it is. But it's taunting you. It is testing your will.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because it is unknown, and you are not sure where it came from, if it's one of your people. But this thing is imposing. And it's working. And you can't help but nestle in that fear. And that fear turns into anger. Because how dare whatever this thing is not make itself known to you? How dare it taunt you and mock you and not make itself available in your presence? And for all you know, this thing is out to kill the people that you are now surrounding yourself with. I want you to go ahead and make me a rage roll.
Okay. Yep. Do. Same difficulty?
Standard.
We don't do 1, so 3.
Cool. You managed to keep that rage in for now. You're not gonna let your, for lack of my better term, you're not gonna let that little piece of you that is quick to anger get in the way, because it could be dangerous. So you swallow it down, but you have that ever lingering shadowy presence on you for now. I will get to you in your journal with what that means.
Okay. This has happened to him before, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just standing in the woods, like, looking down at his hands, and they're shaking. He's just like, yeah, that's why I don't go over there. There's more of them. Fuck you, you old bitch. Finish gathering, like, kind of like slap himself a little bit and then walk back to the camp.
Okay. Thomas, while he's out looking for wood, what are you doing?
Mostly keeping an eye on the surroundings of the camp, just in general, since he's out elsewhere.
Okay.
And also, moving to the tent to just sort of like tap on it and just be like, you need any help in there, or you good?
I think I'm good. Yeah. Here. And he hands you, 2 cherries.
Am I gonna make the joke, or are you about cherry bombs?
Thought that they'd be flavorful. Don't eat them.
I will keep them away from Kult.
Your friend with the horns, Kult,
Yeah.
is an interesting fellow.
That's certainly one word for it. He's not a terrible guy. He's just very different from my kind. Some are okay with that, and others, well.
I mean, I'm not entirely surprised if he isn't okay with who he is. You have to cut the guy a little bit of slack. I mean, you look normal.
But the thing is, there's only so much slack you can cut someone before they end up running off and causing a problem for everyone.
Maybe. But there are troublemakers and problem causers in every form of whatever we are.
True.
People that just need a little bit of guidance, patience. And no offense to your big friend out there, but he doesn't seem all that willing, just based on the observations that I've made, to give that patience. And I could be wrong. I could be right. I dealt with a cult back in my youth. She was a bit of a spitfire. Thought that because she had this power, she could do whatever she wanted. It landed her into a lot of trouble. Because unfortunately, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Our stuff bites back.
Spicy.
Yes, it is. I'm not gonna tell you how or when, because to be fair, none of us know how or when. But something tells me that he's had something that's bitten back at him once or twice in his life. Maybe he lacks the guidance. I can tell that all of you are pretty young. One of you seems to have to take the burden of the others on their back. One of you seems like they are all too curious, but not. One of you seems to have an anger problem, which is anger problem for a lupine. You I don't know much about.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
But the internet, from what I've been told, is forever.
Sure enough.
So.
I think we're all willing to give Kult the patience he needs. I think he just needs to not take advantage of that.
Maybe it's not just Kult that needs the patience. Everybody's got their gripes. Maybe it's just learning to be patient with your pack. That's what you all refer to yourselves at, right? A pack?
Yup.
Maybe it's just your pack learning to be patient with one another. I don't know much about your kind. I don't know if that's a thing that you are all capable of, and no offense if it is, and I sound ignorant. I've scarcely had pleasantries with lupines.
Yeah, it's all good. We're just all very new to one another. Kind of working out the kinks.
Yeah. Every new pack no matter what kind, needs to work out their kinks. Maybe the four of you could benefit from, I wouldn't call it therapy. Or maybe the four of you just need to sit down and have a talk. I've got to go into the forests a little bit. Not too far to where I can't be right near camp, but enough to be able to get stuff for my particular diet. No offense to your friend there. I'm not a huge fan of Venice.
Yeah, it's all good. You do you. Just, one, be careful.
Yes.
And two, something to think about for you and your buddies. I know that sometimes you all find little pockets of raw energy.
Yeah.
That you follow ley lines to them.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them alone. Those are important to us. You killing them doesn't make us happy. And he's giving him this like big smile, but also giving me a look of if you continue doing what mages do in draining our cairns, I'll kill you.
Mm. My group is long dead. My group was me and my wife. So I don't think you have much to worry about.
Fair. Just if you meet any other of your particular kind.
I tend to stay away from where my kind is.
Understandable.
No offense to my kind, but a lot of them dwell in bigger cities, and that's just not really my style.
Fair. Just wanted to give the friendly warning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, for you, any ley lines that there were are already dead. Not by me, but
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Trust me, I tried to follow one once, strictly to see where that place of power was. And before I could even get there, it was gone. Tapped into. Drained. But like I said, I suggest you maybe work out those kinks with your friends sooner rather than later. A party that isn't in complete cohesion is a dead party at best.
I think we can all have a family meal and work out some of that shit.
Very well. I will not bother you, but Henry has made a personal request to stay, if that is okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Well, Thomas, you seem like a good enough man. I do hope that you are able to find whatever it is that you are looking for on your computer. Or just
both.
in general. This is new, having a pleasant conversation with your kind.
Does it usually just involve teeth and claws?
The last couple of times, yeah. Not gonna lie. If I didn't have the power to heal myself, I would be probably dead by now.
That's fair.
Or setting
Good
your
on you.
friend on fire, so.
I mean, good on you. I mean, those particular ones you can set on fire all you like. If you don't, I will.
Well. Don't know how much help I'll be. They They took a lot of my supplies. I'm actually fairly limited in what I can do.
Well, just
no.
feel free to do what you can.
Yeah. I'm going to allow you to get back to your friends. You have yourself a lovely evening. Hold on to those cherries for me. There will be more. I can at least do like 1 or 2 more. They'll be small. They won't do as much as the plums did, but there's a power in numbers.
Gotcha.
And he gets up and dusts himself off in his cloak, and he gives you a salute, and he takes off. Eventually Ramsey making his way back to camp.
Yeah, he usually has resting bitch face, but this is like resting bitch face but looks troubled.
Thomas will look up and see that little tinge of trouble and just like furrow his brows. What's up?
When we get done with this fucking mission, I don't plan on going back to a jungle for a while. So,
Hey, you and me both. I fucking hate it out here.
As you say that, a mosquito lands on your neck.
Fuck it. Did it just like slap at it?
You might want to move a little to the left. I'm pretty sure that's a scorpion. Like just to your left leg. Or right. Sorry, I'm a little out of it.
He will move and then will draw his weapon, think about it for a second, and then just reholster his pistol again.
Okay. Use a bullet. Use one of your silver bullets on a bug. Do it.
No, I've got the silver bullets in the rifle. The pistol's just regular ammo.
Okay. Is there anything else that you two would like to talk about while you're alone?
I remember you asked me if you think we could kill the worm. I think we can, but I still don't know if we should. Because, I mean, nature's got 3 parts to it. Life, continuation, death. You remove one part of that, what the fuck happens? We can't just label someone else in control of the destruction part of things, can we?
Yeah, I guess it's been working out great so far.
Sure.
Sorry, it's getting really tired of killing my own people.
Yeah. I get. No, I understand. Doesn't really get easy, does it?
Well, the day it does get easy is the day I'll probably put myself down. Retire. Go somewhere nice. Train up some other people to take up the sword, as it were.
Sounds like a decent idea. I'll probably end up doing the same, just find myself a nice cushy office somewhere and fade away.
Maybe Denver. The Rockies. I've always wanted to go there.
Sure, you could be the next Grizzly Adams.
Who?
Right. Don't worry about it.
Alright, yeah. don't want to overcook this damn stew. Where the fuck are they?
My guess, having an intervention.
The wrong kind of intervention, but I suppose.
And as you say that, Pen and Kult eventually make their way into the camp.
Hey, speak of the devil and they shall hear.
Kult is covered head to toe in water, as they've probably been swimming through a few rivers. And he's kind of just grabbing his jacket and screwing it up and trying to squeeze out all the water.
Dude, your jacket's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Hey, Ramsey, could I have a minute?
I'm not gonna say anything she didn't just say to you. Just think it through next time.
Give him a minute, Ramsey.
No, I'm not. He just gotta raise his hand. Just want you to eat this stew before it gets burnt.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
You see that it's his seemingly only concern at the moment. Because he spent like 4 hours fucking making
Listen,
it.
I'll make the fucking bowls. You let him have a minute of your time.
No, it's
Part of learning.
It's fine.
Part of learning is squaring what you've learned. Go. And Pen is going to start ladling out bowls. Thomas, come help me, please.
Yep, I don't want to... Yeah, I'm not going to do any part of that. And he just, like, moves quickly to assist with the bowls.
Thomas and Pen are going to pretend that making bowls of stew is the hardest fucking task. It takes 2 people, and they're just pointedly not going to look at the other 2.
That almost makes me want to make you guys roll something.
Oh boy.
We're ladling stew into bowls. I don't like. What do you want from us?
Dexterity and athletics.
Not spill soup. All right.
The tall Aurum just lets out this. Just walk this short distance away, not like just waving Kult over.
Yeah.
Let's have this
I'm
mental
not-
image of him doing his little grunt and Pen giving him that like disapproving mom look, like don't fucking make me say it again.
Oh man, that's the worst power in the werewolf book.
Yeah, annoyed dad, disappointed mom. Man, Kult, you're going through it.
I think she's making that look at you.
No, I know, but
Both
that's
of
like,
us.
go talk to your son. I said do it. Yeah, but he just leans against the tree, distance away, probably the one that he punched. Next to, you do actually see, like, in the side of a tree, about right where his shoulder height is, like a deep fist imprint in the bark. For who knows why.
Kult slowly walks over and just kind of looks at you, not really sure what to say at first, and then, listen, I know, obviously, I don't think we both want to be here right now, but I'm pretty sure Pen will chop us up if we don't, hash this out. What the fuck happened to that tree? Never mind.
I did.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look, first of all, let me just say, I'm sorry that I talked to you the way that I did. You're not just my partner here. You're the guy that's helping to keep us all alive. And I should have treated you with more respect than that. So let me just get that out of the way. I'm sorry. In any defense I have, where I come from, it's just me. I don't have a group. I don't have, family, our type of family. And where I come from, if I don't do things, then those things don't get done. And yeah, I'm struggling here, mate. I'm fucking drowning. I being with all of you, being here in this hot fucking jungle, it's hard for me. And being away from just being away, it's difficult. I'm finding it really fucking difficult. And yeah, it doesn't excuse how I've been acting. It really doesn't. But I'm putting my hands up and I'm saying, I'm fucking up. I keep fucking up. And I'm probably gonna fuck up even more. But at the end of the day, Kult kind of looks down at the ground here and not sure what to say again. At the end of the day, I know that you, Thomas and Penn, are going to be there, shoulder to shoulder, helping me through it. And I honestly want to thank you for that. And he puts out his hand towards you to shake.
Ramsey's been just kind of leaning up against the tree with his eyes closed, just listening, and then opens them when you're done, sees the hand. Oh, put it down, Kult. Like I haven't dealt with idiots like you before. Listen. My one job is to keep you alive, regardless of the state of how this mission ends. And it will be a success. You hear me? Come hell or high water, no matter what I have to do, no matter what I have to go through, I'm dragging you out of there kicking and screaming, but alive. So the next time I tell you, don't fucking do something, it is with the full intention of making sure we all get out of here alive. You understand me?
I understand.
Good. And the next time you want to talk to me like that, say it under your breath or not at all. Because I'm not around here to pull some stupid alpha bullshit. But no one talks to me that way. Am I fucking clear?
Very.
Good. Welcome to the pack. I'm not trying to be an alpha or anything bullshit like that, but it is a pack. We work as a unit. We all disagree or agree as one.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
But we're
Well,
also
honestly,
werewolves. We're also werewolf cult. Wolves.
Yeah. Penn is definitely dragging and screaming, teaching me that. And yeah, I'll try harder.
That's kind of the thing. You might be trying too hard. You're used to doing things on your own, but you're also trying to do as much as you can for everybody. Let us help you. The second you had that idea, you could have gone, hey, this is a good idea. We would have told you no, but you at least would have asked the pack.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm definitely not accustomed to that, but I'm getting it. I'm getting there, or at least I'm trying to.
He just stands up straight. All right. Listen, Cole, there are two things I don't want to do here. One is bury you, and the other one is have to put you down. work as a team. Neither one of those things are going to happen.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, there are two things that I don't want to happen as well. And that's you burying me and you putting me down. So, I think we can both agree on that.
Because on the flip side, that's two more things you should be worried about. Having to fight me or having to bury me.
Well, I don't really know how to end one of these. We don't hug, right? And it kind of gives you a smile.
I just keep on making half-joking, vague threats until you get uncomfortable and leave.
Right. If you want, you can maybe choke me and see how Pen reacts, just for the fun of it.
You do actually see for the first time an actual smile on his face. Like, trust me, if I wanted to choke you, I'd just do it. Whether or not that happens. Come on.
All right. Let's have some soup. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, nope. You have to go first, and then I'll follow.
Right, yeah.
I'll look dejected or something.
Right. Character, right? And he kind of turns around looking...
Wait. I should slap you real quick to make it more realistic.
Yeah.
You know that I've been able to hear everything you've been saying, right?
Yeah, the smile gets bigger.
And not even, like, looking up.
No, yeah.
Hey, so what kind of stew we got?
You said it.
Ramsey actually smiled. Like, go, eat.
Right.
This is a lot of fucking tomatoes.
I like it.
I didn't say it was bad, I just said it was a lot. How helped you get this many tomatoes in the middle of the jungle?
I have my ways.
Do you guys say tomatoes, huh? I mean, we say tomatoes, but,
Yeah, well, you also actually say H as opposed to a letter.
You know what?
You also insert entire syllables into aluminum that don't belong there.
We say the right... Okay, I'm not getting into it with a bunch of... Give me the fucking stew.
And we'll hand him a bowl.
Out of character, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure when we actually left or were in character at that moment, not going to lie.
Sometimes the in-character banter is a lot like the out-of-character banter.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, I'm just sitting on Britain because we can. Like, yeah, it's in character, I swear.
Anytime, any chance we get.
But the amount of times he's had this argument with Americans in pubs, I'm sure is... in the hundreds.
You mean bars?
God damn it.
So, Storyteller.
That's it. All of you are taking mental damage right now.
I knew it.
Wait, no, he doesn't have much to begin with. So...
I'm the only one here who can afford that.
It's my turn to take the brain cells. Cough them up. Thank you. Yes.
Do I see it right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he rejoins everyone right away. He's can't get a good look at it, but he's doing his best to do it. But then just like huffs in anger. Eat as much as you want. I'm gonna get some sack time.
Ed's gonna look over at Thomas. What happened while I was gone?
I have no idea. He came back extra grumpy. He went to go get firewood, and then he came back extra puzzled.
So, what I'm hearing is I need to have okay.
Just be careful. He's been asking the metaphysical questions about like killing the worm and everything.
Oh, I mean that's okay. And she'll kind of.
Yeah, I know. He asked me instead of you. I don't know what to feel about that.
She looks a little relieved because that's actually something she could help with.
Men. Oh wait, that's a topic I can help with.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
because
metaphysics.
he's wandering off, like, not wanting to, like, tell tell people what's going on. It's like, fucking men. Okay. Pen is gonna, like, cut off Ramsey as he's going to his tent, and when he gets there, she's just gonna stand in front of it with her arms crossed.
Yes, Pen.
What's wrong?
Old injuries. It's fine.
Don't bullshit me, Ramsey. You're asking big metaphysical questions of fucking Thomas, really?
Wasn't that? We were just talking about fighting the
And
worm.
you go off for a walk and come back acting all... And she'll kind of half mimic Ramsey and, like, his stance and everything, like hunch her shoulders and get put on her best scowly face. And then after a moment stops and kind of does that thing where people like move their jaw around like they're like she's stretching out the muscles in her face. God, human faces are so weird. I'm still not used to it.
There's a... As I've told you before, there's a reason I don't like stepping sideways, and it's...
Yeah, but you're not right now, so what's going on?
I don't need to all of the time.
Okay. You can keep dancing around it, and I can just keep pestering you for the next 4 hours, so you could just come out and tell me what the fuck's going on so that I can do my job.
It was genuinely annoying. Okay.
How do you think it feels having a job and then a bunch of people who don't want you to do it?
Easy. Just to the other two, they keep on running in front of danger.
My job is more complicated than yours.
The reason I don't like stepping sideways is because my ancestors are always around.
Mm-hmm. So what does that have to do with your current grumpy mood?
There's one with me right now. I can see it.
Okay.
And you do see his demeanor actually does change for like the briefest, smallest second. Like the big ass Amaroon actually looks scared.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not. It's trying to taunt me. It wants me to. It wants me angry.
Are you sure about that? Or is that just a reaction that you're having because you don't know how to interact with it?
I don't fucking know you're the Theurge.
She's just gonna arch a brow at him.
I don't like talking about this shit. Right, it was worse when I was little, but I managed to block most of it out as I grew up. Once in a while, they like to be there, mocking me, taunting me.
I may just be trying to communicate with you because you're so hesitant. They can't. We are creatures of spirit and physicality. You can't just do one.
You ever been possessed?
My manner of speaking.
Ever unwillingly?
I have set out to commune and had it get out of hand. So, yeah.
I didn't commune. You just saw me at a weak moment. That's why I don't like going over there. I can't protect myself over there. If you don't mind, I would just like to get some sleep.
Yeah.
At least when I close my eyes, I don't fucking see them. And he's not gonna like shoulder past you. He's actually just gonna like gently push you to one side so he can reach his 10.
Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going into your tent?
Well, he was about to, but I'm assuming something's about to happen for
No.
him.
You go into your tent.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly fine. And you tried to get some sleep, I assume?
He tries to. Yeah.
Okay. As you lay in your bed, I want you to do me a favor and I want you to roll your ancestor's background.
Oh boy. Here I go. Rolling again. Okay. Let's see.
And it's 5 dice.
Yes.
Difficulty for you is going to be 4.
Then 3. So.
Okay. As you are laying in bed and trying to get some sleep, that figure comes back and it looms in the corner and it stares at you. It doesn't make any sounds, doesn't make any sudden movements. But when you turn to take a look at it, this time it has a face. Eyes that are gray and a face that looks pensive. Ramsey, my friend. Do not hide away from the people who come before you. You've got a gift, my son. Come here. Sit up.
He will sit up. And he will sit up and kneel and take a breath and go, "What is this?"
My name is Ashani. Or as they used to call me when I was maybe your age. Flows with the river. You do not know me. I am old, as you young kids say. But I have been pulled to you as of recent nights. I'm sure that you've seen me in the corner of your eyes in the looming shadows. I am not one to be feared. That much I can promise you.
You're not.
No, of course not. I am...
You're not. Others who are.
Well, of course. There is many things to fear when you are dealing with things that are of a part of the unknown. Your friend over there, the lady, she is one who deals with the unknown all the time. You, my dear, are a warrior, though. You are built to be fearless. You are built to be tough. You are also built to not allow yourself to be limited in what you can and cannot do. And that is why I am here. I hear you have trouble stepping onto my side of the world. Is that true?
Yeah.
Don't worry. We all talk. I know. Tell me about it. What else makes you afraid of stepping into the unknown?
The one time I did it during training. They didn't understand how strong my connection was, I suppose. And then I stepped and there was just so many of you. I guess then they've all been waiting. Excited or angry or sad or so many spirits waiting for a chance to speak to me. And I was young. And I was terrified. I didn't know what it was.
My child, there are lots of things in this world that are scary. Things that exist within your line of sight and things that do not. Part of being who you are is accepting that sometimes things that are scary still need to be done. There is power to be gained when you allow yourself to take the risk, to step where you might not be most comfortable. I mean, look at your friends. 2 of them are city dwellers, and one of them was born, well, not human. They conquer their fears. They show their strength. You are strong in your own way, my boy. Maybe it is time to allow them to show you strength in other ways. And this ancestor puts a hand on your head, and it feels cold and slightly uncomfortable. But she's giving you the biggest smile. You have a connection with the people of your past, the people in your family. that many would kill to have. Let me guide you. Let me show you that you can take your fear and use it and turn it into strength. But you need to allow yourself to not get so angry and to trust those around you. That is the key to your strength. You do not bear the burden alone.
They taught me.
And do you put it into practice? Do you bear the burden alone?
Like, and my anger was the rage we all bear for what's happened to us, what's been done against us. We can use it. Not I understand, and that's what so many of you were angry about. The Stargazers were never meant to use the rage this way.
Child. You need to be able to grab onto the reins of your life and use the power and the strength that is within you to your advantage. You need to allow yourself to trust your natural instincts. Stepping is scary. Rage, that thing inside you, is scary. But the moment that you learn how to rein it and rail it and control it, you become powerful. You become a source of power that you did not know existed. The young ones, and even some of the older ones, will try to teach you to fear it. Do not fear your rage. That is what holds you back. That is what gives you your fear. That is what keeps you in a box. And trust the people around you.
Ye gods.
I'm going to bear a gift on you, my boy. I am going to teach you to not be afraid to take the step. And her entire hand dips inside of where it was, and it gets colder and colder and colder. But it's also comforting. It's no longer uncomfortable. Ramsey, next time you attempt to take that step, you are going to receive a 4-die bonus and a -2 difficulty.
Oh, shit. Alright.
And you feel confident. That, and knowing that there are some ancestors that are genuinely looking out for you. The other three. Nope, sorry.
As I understand.
You feel the inside. She gives you a good old solid thumbs up. And with that, we are going to take a 10-minute break. All right, and we are back. While Ramsey is having his own coming to Gaia moment with Ancestor, Kult, Thomas, and Penn. The three of you are outside enjoying a nice meal under the stars.
I mean, my question is, where did all the tomatoes come from?
I don't know.
This is a lot of tomatoes.
It really is. And we're in a jungle. And I mean, yes, you could absolutely probably grow tomatoes here. It's not like we've been here that long. I don't think wild tomatoes are a thing that happen here. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not even indigenous.
Tom's just shoveling it into his face, like not even bothering to question. Just
I mean, it tastes good. I will say that.
Good. Could have used more pepper, but otherwise very good.
Actually, I agree. Though I honestly would have just gone for anything really spicy, but that's just me.
By the way, while I was, off fucking up again, you guys figure anything out about Pentex?
I've been watching them, haven't really got anything like earth-shattering.
I spent most of my time gathering allies and finding herbs for the mage.
Yeah, he went to go grab a few more things for his own meal since apparently he's a vegetarian.
Ugh.
Right?
I barely like vegetables now that I have a human palate.
Yeah, can't really imagine going most of your life just eating meat. How was that?
Almost exclusively meat, and half the time not even cooked. Most of the time not even cooked.
I don't want to overstep or anything, Penn, but I mean, what's the coolest or maybe the biggest thing you've ever hunted while you were, still a wolf?
Alex thoughtful. I don't know, we hunted bear a few times.
Bear? It's impressive. Interesting. Don't laugh at me, okay? Don't laugh. But when I was all right.
Well,
so,
although the bears weren't even the most dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so half the time what you're hunting has nothing to do with how big they are, in terms of like what is likely to hurt you. You'll laugh, but the most dangerous hunt I've ever been on happened after and she kind of gestures to herself.
Right.
Figured out that I could be this. Honey badgers. Honey badgers are really fucking scary.
But yeah, they don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, they don't care. I've heard that.
And seems completely oblivious to the fact that there's a whole meme about that. She looks like dead serious. Like she would not
Thomas
want to fight another honey badger.
Yeah, and Kult's like kind of smiling back at Thomas right now. Well, back when I was young and wasn't really fitting in with, the others, I may have spent a few months giving the whole wolf life a try.
Yeah.
Didn't end well. I'll say that. Let's just say wolves aren't really fast to trust something when it has big ass horns coming out of its head. It wasn't the best experience, but I did give it a try.
I'm sorry you had a bad experience. I've always found it a little frustrating how our kind treats your kind. Both Hamid and Lupus Horn. It's not like you can help it, you know?
Yeah.
I've never met a Metis who didn't wish that they weren't. Or was too fucking far gone to realize.
You know what's the really messed up thing with our kind and what you just said? The one person who accepted me, the one single guru ever treated me well, was a black spiral dancer, believe it or not.
That's a bit wrong. Could be that they just don't care because, well, they're fucked anyway. Could be that they were just trying to get you to join their side. Just never really know with those guys because they're so steeped in destruction.
Trust me, I know that now.
And just sort of staring down into her bowl and not saying anything.
What about you, Thomas? Living in the big city, you probably got some stories, right?
A few. I remember there was this one operation that me and a few of the others were doing in my group. We were, most of us, Glasswalkers, a couple Bone Gnars, and Red Talon, but I won't get into that. And he just looks a little, like, disgusted when he brings up the Red Talons. There was we were doing this operation where we had to sort of get into a Pentex, like, building. They were hiding things there, and it was sort of like a safe house for black spiral dancers, leeches, that sort of shit. But we were all wondering how to get in there, and the oldest of us just chuckled, and next thing I know, all of us are literally riding electricity. Going full body, mind, and spirit through the electrical wires. Until we ended up in the middle of their safe house, and before they could even figure out what was going on, the Red Talon was tearing them apart. It was just... I was young and stupid and didn't really think too much of the spiritual side of things. But that made me really pay attention. That we're so capable of utilizing the spirit to do things not just with nature but with technology. We don't have to spurn it, we don't have to consider it other.
You're right. This sound messed up though.
Oh, it was fucking weird, and I was getting static shocked by anything metal for like a week afterwards. But it was eye-opening. It helped me see that everything is just a part of what is. Which makes me wonder about the worm and why that part went so wrong.
As you say that, Kult, looks like there's a connection with you there. And he says, I think you're completely right. Honestly. And it's something I find that our kind don't really think about too much. And
What?
what do you think?
I think anyone who tangles too much with technology is begging for it. Yes, we can utilize it. Yes, it's something there that we can tap into, but you shouldn't do it more than you absolutely have to. The Weaver and
Guess
the
we
Worm
all-
make use of it for a reason. It's all tainted.
It is, in a way.
No,
At the
it,
same
it
time-
is. It just is. Like, that's just the reality. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not being ignorant. That is what it is. It's all tainted. The more you do it, the more at risk you are.
Colt kind of just puts up his hand,
Some of us are
his hands.
some of us are better at coping with it than others. And she'll kind of nod at Thomas. Some tribes have come to embrace it a little bit more closely, but you have to be careful
I agree.
and never forget what you are and where you came from.
That's an interesting turn of phrase. When I was really young, I had a feared friend. She taught me how to talk to a couple spirits. Nothing major, just little things here and there. She said she had talked to a lot of roach spirits. Gotten fragments of the past from them. Who we are and where we came from isn't so clean, according to what she said. Just things to think about.
And that I will. But not tonight. I'm way too tired for that type of thinking.
That's fair.
But hey. And Colt holds out his bowl of half-eaten stew. Before I go to bed, how about we have a cheers?
What is it? Cheers.
It's sort of a communal, softer howl of camaraderie. Of
could
focused purpose.
Just gonna clink our bowls together. That's all.
Ken looks confused. How does clinking our bowls together, how is that like a howl?
It kind of looks at Thomas. Huh. I guess it's not. In that case, maybe small, quiet howl since one of us is asleep.
Would it make you happy to clink your bowls together?
Generally, that's what it's for. It's meant to just sort of be part of a celebration.
Yeah.
Pen still looks confused, but will like reach over and like clink her bowl against Kult's.
As she does that, as they kind of all clink their balls together, he'll kind of just speak out to the worm. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. It's
Dude,
just fine.
come on.
I'm just fucking with you. But seriously, to bringing down Pentex, whatever it takes.
Now that I'll agree to.
Cheers. Now I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Pen.
For what it's worth, you can't kill more. It's not how it works.
That's what I was thinking. It's part of nature. It's the end. You can't remove an end. Things aren't meant to keep going.
Well, that's not what I meant, but the stuff that we see, the stuff that we fight, it's just manifestations. We can kill them all day. You can't get to the part that's the real enemy. Not here. You go to other places for that. And, no offense, but I could barely get you guys to step sideways. I don't think we're ever going to make it that far.
Yeah, not anytime in the near future, at least.
Now go to sleep.
One quick question before I do that.
Yeah.
It used to be that Worm, Gaia, and Weaver were closer to harmonious. Do you think that could be again?
I think if that's possible, it's not going to happen while we're still around. I think if it's possible, it'll happen after everything's over. And they have a chance to wipe the slate clean. But then that means that we're gone, and Gaia, as we know her, is gone, and makes me wonder if it would be worth it.
Okay, I was just curious. Good night.
Good night. Pen's gonna take first watch.
Okay. Give me a perception and alertness.
Okay. Me remembering what all of my stuff does. Sorry. Heightened senses gives me decreases my difficulty by 2, so I'm gonna spend a gnosis to activate that, and then you said perception alertness?
Yep.
Standard difficulty is 6, yes?
Correct.
Rolling 4, rolling against the difficulty of 4. That would be 5 successes.
Okay. As you are keeping watch, the sky is clear. The stars in the sky twinkle, and you finally have a moment to yourself. A moment where you're not having to school somebody on what it means to be a lupine. a moment where you aren't having to try to convince someone to let you in your pack. Step. The stars are bright. They're welcoming. They twinkle. There is nothing for a moment except the soft hums of various bugs that swarm around you, a light breeze coming in to keep your face cool, a small blessing from Gaia herself. But then you notice him, Adam, and he's running with a mix of a look of panic and excitement. And
I'm on my feet.
Miss Penthesilea, think is Mr. Thomas awake?
No. He can be. What's wrong?
I think I found something of interest, and he was asking about it earlier. And with it is tied some good and bad news.
What did you find?
The good news is I haven't felt a connection to it in such a long time. I could have sworn that the last one was gone, used up. I felt a draw to Karen.
She goes very, very still. You didn't.
It did.
You didn't pull from it, right?
No.
She relaxes. Okay.
The bad news is it's right outside. I found.
Of course it is.
I found them. I found the building. It's right outside the building.
Of course it is. Well, they probably don't know that we know about it. Let people sleep and we'll go first thing in the morning.
Right.
If we go rushing in at night, we're just gonna get ourselves killed.
Yes.
You should sleep.
You may be right. It's quiet.
It is.
I haven't had quiet in a long time. It's nice.
Yeah. There isn't a lot of quiet in my world either. Not anymore.
You seem troubled. Is everything alright?
I'm always troubled. You try being the spiritual advisor for those three, and she'll just sort of gesture vaguely at the tents.
I am all set.
Sure. I could use a holiday, and I've only known him for a week.
Then you are stronger than all three combined.
Probably. Don't tell them that.
My lips are sealed.
Tell me, if you don't mind, about your child. I'm when I'm not doing this, I find people who are missing, who've been taken. It's what brought me out here in the first place. I was looking for one of ours.
Her name was Rachel. Is Rachel. She's brilliant.
How old is she?
10.
10. Does she look like you, or does she look like your wife?
You'd think I'd had nothing to do with making Rachel. She looks just like her mother.
Okay, I know what to look for. Before we knew who you were, she kind of tap her head. Gaia pointed me in the right direction. I know what she looks like.
The most beautiful woman you'd ever laid eyes on. Smarter than any woman, anybody. Very intuitive. I think she would have liked you.
Yeah?
You seem very in tune with what you are. She liked people like that.
I have to be. It's the only way to balance out. And she'll gesture back at the tents.
Yeah, but there was a before them.
Yeah.
Were you not balanced before them?
Oh, sure. But they're not the only wolves who struggle to be wolves. So.
You're right. I also struggle to be a wolf. You've got a nice laugh.
Thank you. It took a long time to learn how to not sound like, oh, what are they called?
Hyena?
Yes. I used to get told that I sounded like a hyena because I didn't. It felt unnatural to me to laugh. I was still learning how to talk.
There's nothing wrong with that. There are people who are normal humans that sound like hyenas when they laugh.
I have met some.
Then you know.
Unfortunately, I do. My ears may never forgive me for that particular transgression.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't make myself go deaf on command, but...
Can I ask you a question about your magic?
Sure.
She'll kind of turn, like, so that her side is to him, and she'll pull up her shirt a little bit to show off, like, the side at her stomach where the green stitches are. How long is this gonna last?
Oh, do you not want the stitches on there anymore?
Oh, it's fine. I just, I have never had stitches. And I don't... Is there a rule? Or
No.
do they last for a little while and then go away?
Yeah, so...
My
The
healing
spell-
just works. So
The spell that I used is sort of a continuation. I don't know what the effects will be if you shift into your giant wolf form.
Rhinos.
That. My apologies for my ignorance. I'm not
Okay.
well versed.
I'm offering knowledge. If you're gonna deal with us, you should know what the words are. But continue.
But while you're in your human and your wolf form, it's a continuous healing.
Oh. Interesting.
If you get hit, it's slow. It'll take a little bit, but you don't have to expend any of your personal power to heal. It'll go away probably in a couple of hours, but it was the least that I could do.
She nods, gives a little smile. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, by the way, if we scared you when we came charging in. It didn't seem like there was much time to stop and have a conversation.
I am just happy that it was you and not more of them.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Yeah.
That is
I've,
the word, yes? Sucked?
Yeah.
She'll nod.
I've angered a lot of those ones in particular.
Spirals.
Yes.
Well, you'll win points with us if you keep pissing them off.
Luckily for you, I gave your friend Thomas carry bombs.
Carry bombs, huh?
Figured add a little bit of humor to the destruction.
Doesn't look like she gets it, but will nod. Is it because they are very small? Is that the joke?
Yes.
Okay.
Here. And he's going to reach into his pocket and take out another 2.
Oh, I'm probably not going to have thumbs for the rest of that. Maybe give them to Kult.
Very well.
He's a weirdo, but he's good. I
I
think.
like him.
Me too.
There's a
When
there's
he listens, I like him a lot.
There's a him and I bonded.
Good. I schooled him. He needed it. He'll be better now, I think. Oh, poor Ramsey's going to break something.
Your pact has a lot of weird strength.
Not as weird as you would think. I've seen stranger.
So have I.
But-
My kind is known for it.
I've heard. But for now, you are one of us.
I'll warn you, my howl is a bit shit.
I'll teach you. Every warrior needs good howl. But not tonight. They're sleeping and Ramsey will break something.
I would like that.
Good. Now, sleep. You are small, squishy human, she says, looking at the dude who's like a solid foot taller than her.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I will seek right to it. And he lets out a couple of very short whistles, and Henry comes flying out of the tree line and lands on his shoulder. All right.
I will grin at Henry.
I think it's your turn to keep the nice lady company. And then Henry just flaps over and sits on your shoulder, and Adam gives you a polite bow and a small smile and heads to bed. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.